quickly move on. Escorts is a counter that we're focusing on, and this is on the way the April sales numbers have panned out. Tractor sales have jumped by 26%. In fact, we have Bharat Madan, Group CFO at Escorts, joining us. Welcome to the show, Mr. Madan. 26% is the kind of jump that we've seen in the month of April. Overall, if you could just help us understand what's the expectation, because monsoons are expected to be good. Mr. Madan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, my question to you was 26% is the kind of growth that we've seen in April in terms of sales numbers. Is this kind of trend expected to continue, or on the back of a good monsoon, could we see something better than the 26%?
So I think for this quarter, definitely we are hopeful the growth should be good, but obviously it's nothing compared to what we saw in the last quarter, where the industry grew almost 44%. So obviously that sort of growth may not happen, but yes, I think this quarter we are still bullish in the sort of growth pattern. But on the full year basis, now since the industry is already sitting on a very high peak level of about 710 units last year, so the base has already gone up significantly. So we don't expect it will be that sort of growth for a full year basis, but still we have the good indication of a light, good monsoon, normal monsoon, and being an election year with a lot of government initiatives happening in the subsidy fund and various states. So we still expect the industry can actually deliver a low double-digit growth this year, which is the third year in succession.
Right. Mr. Madan, what's the outlook in terms of where the export sales is concerned? Do you think that, is it your aim to take a higher chunk in terms of business from the export business at any given point in time?
Yes, our outlook for like in the 2022 is in top point, we outlay a number of about 8,000 to 10,000 tractors coming from export. So last year we did only about 52,000 tractors, and this year targeting about 33%, 35% jump over last year. So this year should be anywhere between 2,000 plus tractors. So we'll see that momentum getting built up. So obviously this is the first month where we had more focus on the domestic market side, but we'll see the export number also going forward in the balance this year.
Right. And in terms of where the high margin tractor business is concerned, what percentage of your revenues do you think would come from this mix?
Well, I think it continues to be almost somewhere between 78-79% top line will come from the farm equipment business for us, and the balance from the railway and construction.
Right. And what's the update in terms of where railway revenues go?
So on railway also, we're expecting it will give almost 20% sort of growth this year too. Last year also we had seen that sort of growth happening in the segment. So this year also we are seeing good order book with us, and we'll see that sort of growth happening again.
And what's the outlook looking like in terms of FY19? What's the growth outlook overall in terms of business performance?
So like I mentioned, so this year also we're expecting railway business should deliver 20% sort of growth rate. And we have strong order book for this year, which is already into place. So we don't expect there will be any risk there on the railway business side. So in terms of growth numbers.
Okay. And beyond that, any plans in terms of capacity expansion?
Yes, so like last year we already touched almost 80% capacity utilization, and this year even if you look at the double-digit growth or the small-digit double-digit growth, still I think we'll be roughly touching almost somewhere between 95 to 100% utilization level. So we are expanding our capacity today. So this year we will be putting up a capacity of 120,000, and by end of the year we expect to really scale it up to a level of 150, 160,000 sort of capacity.
Okay. And what's the kind of spends that you're looking at to expand capacity?
Well, I think it's still preliminary number, but I think it's still being worked out. So we don't have really much detail on that. But I think one rough estimate will be for roughly 50,000 capacity. You need roughly around 250 to 300 crore sort of outlay over there.
Right. And on the back of rising input costs as well, is there any expectation of a price hike in the near term? And if not in the near term, what's the total quantum of price hike that you're looking at in FY19 that could come through?
Well, we have taken a price hike in April also, because the inflation has been there and the commodity price are moving up. So we've taken roughly 1.5 to 2% price increase on various businesses across the segment. So going forward also, I think it looks like the prices on commodity will remain under pressure, that will continue to go up. So that will have some pressure on the pricing side on the tractor business too, as well as on the other businesses. So this will be an inflation year, though it will not be the same pace what we've seen so far happening till this quarter, but maybe it will slightly slow down. But still overall it will be still inflationary.
Right, and very lastly, Mr. Madan, I know you did mention, but last couple of months we have seen double-digit sales growth also that has come through. Yes, it will not match that, but can we expect high single-digit sales growth in FY19?
Yeah, in fact, I said high single digit was our earlier guidance, but now given the fact that the prediction is from IMD for the normal monsoon, you can actually see a double-digit growth, though it will be on a low level because we're already sitting on a very high base, but it can actually go to the lower double-digit level this year.
Right. All right, Mr. Madan. Pleasure speaking to you, and thank you for sharing all the details as well. The stock is trading at the day's lowest levels with cuts of 2.3% coming in there. And the management is clearly indicating that the kind of high growth that we've seen over the last couple of months in terms of sales that might not continue in FY19. The earlier guidance was of high single-digit growth. However, they could now see low double-digit growth in terms of where FY19 is concerned. And that's the word coming in from the management as we speak right now. The stock which is almost at the day's lowest levels, but overall if you see the performance, we've seen gains of 69 to 70% in the last 1 year. But let's quickly slip